study and tell you how the apostles died. And I've always wondered about that, so I did a bit of my own research today and looked at where the apostles went after Jesus ascended, after Acts of the Apostles. We know Judas Iscariot committed suicide, and James was killed by Herod Agrippa in 44 AD. And that they're both recorded in Acts of the Apostles. Well, one's recorded in the Gospels and one's recorded in Acts. However, the deaths of the other 7 apostles were only known by traditions or by mythology. So it's thought that Peter went to Antioch and later to Rome and was crucified upside down. That's pretty standard, and that happened between 65 and 68 AD. Andrew went to Greece and was probably crucified at Petri near Achaia, or in Achaia. James went to Spain and was killed by the sword. John stayed in Ephesus, took over Timothy's church when he was martyred, and was exiled to Patmos, returned to Ephesus, and was probably the only one of the 12 to die naturally. Philip went to Asia Minor, died in Phrygia, and died upside down. There's some speculation, but no historical documents regarding Bartholomew, who is said to have reached Armenia and was probably frayed and then beheaded in India. But that's only guesswork. Thomas is said to have preached in Persia, then went to India, and he said he was killed by a lance or spears. But most of that tradition comes in and around the 4th century AD, so not sure about that. Matthew wrote his Gospel around 53 to 56 AD, and so was in Jerusalem about 15 years after Jesus ascended, and went and spread the Gospel in Ethiopia, and was stabbed to death. Again, that's legend. James the Less stayed in Jerusalem, was flung off the top of the temple. Then he was stoned and bludgeoned. His death is actually recorded in Acts 12. So that's one of the 2 I mentioned. Thaddeus Jude went to Mesopotamia and was killed in Beirut. Tradition has it that he's buried in Iran. Simon the Zealot preached in North Africa and then was killed in Persia. However, most of that seems to be myth and hearsay. Matthias replaced Judas, went to the Caspian region and then was stoned and then beheaded. And of course, we know of added Paul, died in Rome. 2 possible deaths. He was either beheaded or burnt at the stake as a reprisal for the burning in Rome, which Nero did and blamed on the Christians. So those are the possible deaths, but they're a mixed bag and we don't really know. So were all the apostles martyred for Jesus? Possibly. We don't know. But what we do know is they went out regardless and preached the gospel. So God bless them all. Hi, Alexis. Good to see you. God bless you. And I just thought I'd share this with you all. And hello. So stay safe and be blessed, and I'll see you on the flip side. And if you want to get my book, just let me know. Subscribe. Let me know you're subscribed and use the email that's in the box below the film. Okay? God bless you now. See you later. Bye.